So, somebody was saying that there's an intro sequence we were introduced to Kate. It was 111114? That seems shorter than the rest. Is that true? 1111. 111114. That's the intro one. That seems way shorter. It's interesting. I don't have like, I don't have feet. I don't have hands. I don't know if I'm a thing or I don't know what I am. Guess it's all part of figuring that out. Oh, look at this little design. Whoa, that's crazy. Paint doesn't spill like that. Okay, Jeremy, I gotcha. You want me to come over there. I do have footsteps, that's true. We just can't see them. You're a light. I don't think lights would walk, though. What the shit? I don't know if we should just continue going around the place or like, man, I want to make sure we don't miss out on any houses. This is Yachton. Is that like a city in Schnapp? What is it again? Snopshire or Shropshire? Yachton. All right. Yeah, it is. Okay, Yachton. The observatory, which we came from, Tipworth Forest. Wait, what are those little... What are those little circles that people put on there? Are those little lights, maybe? Say no to Valis Extension. Is a 7th tower really necessary? Wow. Stargazers Club. Emergency meeting. Whoa, what's that? So freaky. I'm pretty sure... Have we not been in this house? No, I guess not. Not getting in that one. Yeah, a Romaine, or arrow name, that's definitely the plan. Check every house. Oh, we hear another tone. Look at this little path. Heavy metal, yeah, they were talking about how it's gotten in through the wires and it's like... It's taking over everything based on that. Look at this marking. Look at the marking on the door. What the hell does that mean? I'm definitely gonna go back and hear that tone. Don't worry about that. The marking looks like the one that we just saw on the map, too. These guys have really clean and huge yards. Look at... Oh, that thing's moving. It's creepy.
You have to make a decision, Lizzie. Especially now.
But I do love him, Father. I love them both.
Uh-oh.
He's married. There are other people involved in this.
Oh, I hardly think that anyone's in the position to claim the moral high ground, do you?
Well, I take your point about Stephen. And Robert, but I think Kate might see things differently.
Do you? I mean, she's not screwing anyone else, pardon my French, but she spends all day and night locked up in that observatory. Stephen says they barely see each other. That's hardly a marriage, is it?
Well, that confirms a few things, ladies and gentlemen. Stephen and Kate, married. Also, Stephen sounds like he's cheating on Kate with this Lizzie skank. Does that sound about right? And the father is just involved in everybody's business. Why are we knocking? Well, that is weird. Is that like a greenhouse? Not really. Strange. Let's try and get into this house now. Heavy Metal Potato, he's like, this underlying mystery makes it really hard to focus on the family drama. Right? Okay, why are we knocking? Let's get over the knocking. That's, like, I mean... This better open. Oh, come on. 18. Are these the same markings that were on that central map? That's the question. Let me take us back through the way that we came. Was it this way? No. I like how you guys are talking about if, like, it's still polite to knock. I get that. I'd probably knock on, like, for the first, like, week. I'd be like, is anybody here? And then I'd be like, okay, it's just me, so I'm taking over. Alright, get your pens ready. Hey, we've heard this one before. This is the same as the second one that we heard.
The magnetic field is causing disruptions to phone signals and the rest of the electrics. There are voices on the line. It's 4 a.m. Maybe everyone is up looking at the light show.
Interesting. Okay, so we've got duplicate sequences now. I spy a butterfly. Chaos theory. Chaos theory. Does anybody know how to sum up, like, chaos theory in a couple of normal words? A starting with 00, the codes and the letters QOPRZ, ALWHY, MGMML. I don't know that they're gonna be directly with letters because... Yeah, it's tough. And the way that they're saying them, they're saying the numbers in pairs. Right? Like, very specifically, it's 1, 1, 1, 4, 1, 5, you know? Maybe it's just... Maybe I'm overthinking that, but... It could just be long strands, too. Who knows? Butterfly effect chaos theory. So, like, the small change can impact anything kind of thing. Anything kind of thing? Yeah, that really sums it up. Not getting in there. Okay, where are we? We're still here, so let me just do a quick check of this map again. That was the first door that I noticed that had paint on it at that other place. So if we're here... it looks like that top left one was probably the one that we saw. There's a cross, which means it's a church. That probably has a marking. But it looks like there's also a marking, like, right behind us at the water. I don't see water, though. Looked like water, but could just be whatever. Yeah, the numbers aren't binary. Jeremy? Ah, look, here's another paint thing. What the hell? I mean, each mark could be important. We don't know anything. Anything could be important, anything could be real, anything could be not real. But I certainly am at the giving a shit stage right now, so everything's important. Okay, what is this exactly? Sorry, I looked at the sign, I didn't even... This is surgery, Yachtin. PH Wade. So... Stephen Wade. That's right. Hey, that's a phone number. 09, no, none of these. This is, okay. So this is his surgery place. This is Kate's husband. Stephen Wade. Flu is highly contagious. Information line. What the fuck? Jeremy's like outside waiting for me. Look at all the nosebleeds that people are coming in for. It says it's surgery, but maybe they're taking like other patients because of what the...
Here you are. There's a queue of patients a mile long out there.
Just send them to the village hall with the others, please, Bob.
Doctor, people are scared. Mrs. Gables just called me and said her husband's vanished. She was very frightened. She said there was blood coming up from his ears and his nose.
What the hell do you want me to do? Until they lift the quarantine, we're not going anywhere. Just tell them to drink plenty of fluids, stay warm, and follow the instructions on the radio.
Dr. Phil, please, you have a duty to
Oh, that's
your
not...
patient.
Okay, that's not... Stephen.
Your nose.
Oh, wait, no. Okay, hold on. So Stephen's not Dr. Wade. Dr. Wade is totally different dude. We had heard him talking with this Barbara about the quarantine before, so definitely not the same guy. Let's not get confused. And by let's, I mean me. Look at this. Whoa. It's the same image on the other computer. This is probably 1-4. 1-5 coming up. 1-7. 2-5. Okay, exactly. It's the same transmission that we saw on the other computer, and it's showing the observatory image. So that's a repeat as well. I hear a phone. Or something. What is that thing doing? There's no other way back there, except for this door, and that's not happening. Groucho, what's a Visionaire Cipher? Linus, I don't think that'd be good for your keyboard there, brother, but... Hell, you're the expert. Hold on, we got an abandoned car. Blood everywhere.
Visual and auditory distortions are becoming more frequent.
Is he documenting his own thing now?
Along with mild convulsions to the left side, all of which support a preliminary diagnosis of intracranial hypertension, occurring as a result of a substantial and rapidly expanding tumor, originating, I believe, within the hypothalamus.
Hypothalamus, we've heard that before.
Cognitive functions are currently unimpaired, aside from this crippling headache. Hemorrhaging is becoming more frequent, with darker clots passing through the nasal passages primarily. I believe I am dying. This is certainly not flu or anything else I have ever encountered. And certainly a tumor cannot expand this rapidly. In the blood clots, I see tiny flecks of what looks almost like, if I had to try and find a description, liquid light.
What?
I cannot explain this phenomenon.
Liquid light? Okay, this is bizarre. I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't think their license plates are gonna have anything to do with it. Like, I mean, it could. That's crazy. I'm just gonna drop you guys a quick link here for something I shared. This is the notebook that I'm currently. Let's see here. See if I can make this work. There. That's a picture of the notebook that I'm rocking so far. It's I'm already 2 pages full. It's ridiculous, and I can only read like 1 or 2 of the words. So, Groucho's saying the Visionaire cipher is a way of encrypting and thus decrypting codes. Change the numbers into letters in the alphabet, find a commonly repeated word, and use that as the keyword, then boom, apply it to the Visionaire box. I gotcha. I mean, it could be. That's going to be my answer to any suggestion right now. Like, yeah, possible. Okay, there's that door that we saw before. Don't need to be going that way. If my mapping skills are accurate, there should be a church around here. Toilet? Toilet? What? Is it just missing an eye? I don't know. These house numbers, I wonder if they mean anything. I should probably be keeping track of that. Oh god. And we can't get in through windows, right? It's interesting that they all have, like, curtains. I can't vouch for what Linus put in there, for what my notebook is, but I can only imagine that it's not actually my notebook. Okay, Robert Graves Auto Repair. Have we met a Robert? I don't know that we've met a Robert. Where are you going? Oh my god. Shit, I'm getting lost. We have not been to those houses, have we? Let's check out the auto repair. I'm not gonna go under this car. For obvious reasons.
Come and have a look at this.
Oh, I don't believe it. Charlie?
Jeremy reckons someone had been raiding all the empty houses. He said a load of stuff had been taken.
What's that?
It looks like someone's been collecting their own supplies.
Bastard.
Well, we've got enough stock in the warehouse to keep the entire village going for months.
We should get a truck.
What, and go and get all of it now?
Yeah, why not?
It's Appleton. It's that bloody crackpot, Stephen Appleton. I'm gonna fucking do it.
Oh, that's
Sam,
right.
fine.
That's his last name.
We better get moving before the weather turns. You come in. We'll swing by the camp and get Rachel on the way back.
Kate Collins, Stephen Appleton. She's gonna get Rachel on the way back? What was that location that they just said? I missed it. Sometimes we have to tune the lights, sometimes we don't. Which is kind of bizarre. Hey. Hey, whoa. Quit freaking out here, Jeremy. I got other houses to check, bro. The camp. So what's interesting is, like, there's this rapture that has happened, right? Fair enough. But then these people are talking about this event that's taken place and that there's not a lot of people around. So I don't know if people have just got raptured over time. I don't know. Yeah, Jeremy's getting a little bit frustrated with me, but he can just hold his shit together. Oh, God. That's the exact same as the first one. So we've got 5 distinct sequences here. And I believe, I'm almost wondering if they are, okay, I'm gonna check it in a second, but I just want it not to be blaring in my ears while I say this. So, the very first one that we saw was a radio, I believe, right? Yeah, I think it was. And, oh no. That was an image. That was the conservatory image. Yeah, this is the one that we've seen on the computers about the observatory.
It wasn't just some distortion of physics.
The code matches.
I may not understand it yet, but it wasn't an accident. All of the clocks, what happened at Tower 6, it's just not random. There's an effort. An attempt to communicate.
Okay. Groucho is on like a code-breaking crackdown right now. He's using Rapture as the keyword. This is very interesting. B Unit 684, I guess it's like a known thing because we've heard reference to it's like making its way through all of the power lines and the electronics basically, and then clearly everybody's gone. We also talked about, or we also heard about how people were getting headaches and having nosebleeds and then dying or disappearing. We've heard references to both. Yeah, this is like an episode of Lost. These numbers probably don't mean shit. And if that's the case, I'm gonna be so mad. No, they have to mean something. But it might be like an interpretive thing. I highly doubt we're gonna get to a computer and be like, unlock the gate with one of these codes. Jumble, bric-a-brac, raffle prizes. We've got a clock tower up there. What?
They listen to you.
Well, I really don't see what it has to do with me at all.
The village looks up to you. I just think with what's been happening with Mr. Coles and Mrs. Boughton and the others, that people need somewhere to talk, to feel safe.
Perhaps they don't think that your church is somewhere they feel particularly safe.
I don't need your forgiveness, Wendy. Or theirs. Whosoever thou art that judgest, for wherein thou judgest another, thou condemnest thyself. Romans chapter 2, verse 1.
Beware of practicing your righteousness before other people in order to be seen by them. Matthew chapter 6, verse 1. It's not my judgment you should be worried about, Father. But fine. I'll talk to Barbara. Ask her to put a note up in the surgery about an extra service. Will that do?
That'll do. Man, he's just all over me. Don't take that out of context. Remember, the light people can manipulate reality by the person in the doctor's office with the being opening the door. Oh yeah, that's true, Kai Cam. Like, that's true. Alright, let's keep on this street here. Actually, let's go around here. Maybe there's a backyard. Come on. How do we feel about this door? Not great. Now, this clock tower thing looks interesting. I'm a bit confused on a couple of things. One, if it didn't happen instantaneously and very recently, why would the cigarettes be smoking? Like, still semi-lit. And number two, if it happened gradually, which it seems to have happened because people are talking about, like, looting and that kind of stuff, then why do the things like the cigarettes still exist? Yeah, we're in 1982. Groucho says, if I discover anything with the code, should I tell you guys, or would that be spoilers? Well, it depends. I think it would be a bit spoilery. But I'm also wondering, so they just quoted some Bible scripture. I really wonder if that is a possibility, because Rapture is, you know, usually associated with religious aspects. Okay, is this the church? Because if that's the case, my mapping skills are all after it up.
Reach the back fence, silly old bugger.
Well, loaves and fishes we can manage, but
Father
garden
Jeremy,
design is a little beyond.
might I have a word?
Hey,
Of course.
GSXR.
Will you
Thank you very
excuse me,
much.
See you back at Charlie's later. Cheerio, Wendy.
I was speaking to Barbara. She said there were some irregularities about Mary's morphine.
Good grief. I mean, those are private medical records. Barbara should know better than to be discussing that sort of thing with you. If Dr. Wade finds out, he'll have no choice but to suspend her. Damn it, Wendy. Your brother is grieving. Mary was sick for a long time, and I'm glad it's over for her.
Mary.
Go and support Frank. He needs you now.
God knows what you did.
What?
He sees. I just break and overlook Mary's weakness, but you, a man of the cloth,
If you have an issue
you
with-
bring shame on this parish.
If you have an issue with me, I suggest you write to the bishop of the diocese. I have parishioners to attend to. Excuse me.
So people like Jeremy, people hate Jeremy, but as I said before, like he's involved in everybody's stuff. Hey Luckless, thanks for coming, bro. Okay, now this is Jeremy's, like, this is his jam, right? This is his place, so I imagine he's gonna be furiously flickering about the church walls. Yeah, that seems like I should probably go in there. Whoa. I don't know if these audio cues mean anything either, like... I just want to check everything out before we go inside. Yeah, see, we can pick up a little bit of speed if we want. It's not fast, but... Is it getting darker? No, I think it's just because of the trees. Mayhaps is saying, I think it was gradual, but no one noticed. Or they did notice, but they didn't think it was a rapture. Steven knew it was bad, that's why he was freaking out. But everyone thought it was weird of him to be doing so that no one thought it would end like end the world like Steven did. Yeah, you're probably right. I have to imagine that there's no mistakes, like... There's no coincidences in games like this. You know, the numbers, the audio cues... All of that stuff has to have a meaning. Even like the cigarette still smoking, that to me is like... Obviously not the most important thing, but... Diocese of Stiperstones. All are welcome. Reverend Jeremy Wheeler is his last name. Who kind of classified himself as an outsider. Shepherd's Walk, Yachton. There we go. Oh god, a church. Hold on. I should check the gravestones, but I don't think they have anything on them. Nope. What the f... Oh, they're blank. How come I can't get in here? Oh, there. We need lights. Oh god, this is freaky. Jeremy's gonna come fluttering in here, I'm sure. There's something happening over here. Wait, are these on? What? Oh god. I'm getting uncomfortable here. Jeremy, what the frick, man? Nothing? You don't want to show me anything? Like how I'm knocking to get outside. So I guess nothing's happening in the church. Uncle Jordan's like, Jeremy, don't scare us. I don't want to die today. Yeah. I don't know if we're gonna get scared, but like, I feel like it's been so casual that if they did that, I would probably just have a heart attack instantly. Oh, look, there's like even a walker, just poof, gone. That's the other thing, is there's a lot of, I don't know what you call these, like, not accessories, but just like people's belongings strewn about that would indicate that they're just grabbed out of thin air. Oh. Did you guys hear that? I heard another little tone, but... Alright. I have a feeling we're not going to see any water hags, but you're right, I will be prepared. Okay. It's coming from this house. I should be keeping a note of the houses that I've gone to, honestly. I'm just gonna start a little section here. Just because that'll help me not to repeat them, but starting a bit late. Prepare for numbers.
1, 7, 0, 0.
These are new.
2, 5, 1, 3, 0, 9.
These are new.
1, 7,
1 7
0,
0 0 2 5 1 3 0 9.
Electrical failures all over Tower 6. The light is flowing like liquid. Its sense of purpose is overwhelming. There's something in... Stephen? Stephen, is that you?
So wait, does she think that... Man, I think Stephen has a better understanding of this than most. Sounds like she thinks he was trying to communicate with her, or he had in the past, using some of the electrical signals. Is it getting darker when listening to the numbers? I didn't catch that. I know it gets a lot darker when we what the fuck? I know it gets a lot darker when we see one of the light interactions, specifically when we have to tune one in. It's the best way I could describe it. See, and now we've got different music. Like, what? Oh! Okay. What is this building? Looks like an old barn. Repurposed. Let's check the time. 6:07? Yeah, 6:07. Time is stopped. I mean, it has to be. All the clocks are 6:07. Although only the grandfather clock was actually ticking. Don't freak out, that was me that closed the door. Yeah, I don't think it's biblical either. I think we would have probably had a lot more going on inside the church if that was the case, but hey, I don't know. This looks like some type of, like, town hall meeting place.
What about the station?
That's shut down too. So there's no way in or out of the valley. They're obviously serious about this flu thing.
Phil doesn't think it's flu at all. He said he's been practicing medicine for 30 years and he's seen plenty of flu, and he said this doesn't feel right at all.
Well, there's nothing of any use on the radio.
Sorry I'm late, everyone. Have you started?
Yes, but to be honest, there's not really that much to discuss. This quarantine is in place, there's roadblocks and everything. No one really seems to know anything, but people are definitely missing. More of them too, not just a couple of old biddies.
Yeah, see?
No one's seen the Sullivans since yesterday, and the house is just sitting there unlocked.
I just got back from the farm. All of Frank's cows died in the night. He's devastated.
Poor man. Hasn't he had enough for 1 year? First Mary and now this.
Well, if no one's coming in to sort this mess out, we're just gonna have to do it ourselves. Barbara, get Phil to do a stock take on medication. Jeremy, put the word out for people to congregate at the village hall. It's best we get everyone in one place for the time.
This is the village hall, I guess.
I'll organise supplies. We'll have a lot of hungry mouths to feed. There's plenty at the depot, but well, let's start with what's here in the village. I'll draw up a rota. Charlie, you help me
What's
with
a
that?
rota?
Anything for you, Meg?
I'll head out into the valley and scoop up the isolated families and check in with Lizzie Graves at the camp. Now, has anyone seen or heard anything from Stephen Appleton or his wife?
Okay, so they're asking specifically about Stephen Appleton and his wife. She did mention on one of the radio thing or one of these interactions that he was like the prodigal son returned kind of thing. Like he used to be part of the community and then left and now is back. Rota's a schedule, rotation. Got it. Okay, cool. Summer fete to do. Raffle prizes. Barbara. Alcohol okay. No more cider. Tell Charlie. Volunteers, Jeremy, more posters. Reading group, Wendy Boyles. Oh, Jeremy, thanks, man. Thanks for the donation. Food and drink. Thanks, Meg. Keys. Tipworthy Infants, Assembly, 8th of June. Peter Pan, Lizzie will arrange. Check RB piano. Emergency meeting. Flu, quarantine, what they are not telling us. Call Meg or Barb if you have questions. Okay, so Meg and Barb are kind of like the go-tos. This is a 4x4 Rubik's Cube. I can't even do a 3x3 if I worked on it for years. I just have to peel off all the stickers. I mean, I dig games like this. I can see, I'm just kind of referencing Duras Map's comment. He was kind of referencing it's a bit slow, but for me, this is cool. Like this is an experience, and I feel like if you, I mean, you got to be into this kind of stuff, and if you're not, that's, I mean, why would you watch it? That's fine, or even play it. But for me, it's like I love just games that are different like this. And yeah, you could say it's like Dear Esther or whatever, but I am like fully enthralled in some type of what the shit. Hey, this has the little thing on it again. These little infinity symbols. But for me, it's like, it's what's the word? Like, I want to say intriguing, but it feels like there's a bit of a mystery. There's a TV show recently, I think it was last year, about some type of rapture. I can't remember what it's called. I want to say it's like The Missing or something like that. But it was like very religious about the rapture. Hey, Monkey Trouble, thanks for the donation. But yeah, I can't remember. I think it's called The Missing. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I mean, it could be a butterfly Jashu. Could be like the chaos theory thing for sure. Could be a mask. The Returned? I don't know if it's The Returned. Is it? Is it The Returned? Alright. Big empty field. Whoa, we're getting dark. Or maybe it's just the trees. Weekendering 1 cent Canadian would be like, that's like $42 US right now. It's pretty crazy. Okay, we're gonna leave this little meeting hall. Yacht and quiz night. Oh, I love quiz nights. Okay, so I think we've covered off. I don't know that we've been to these houses yet. The symbol is a sketch of a mathematical shape associated with chaos theory called the Lorentz function. Well, yeah, okay, we've totally been here. This is where the spilled paint was in this crazy tribal tattoo bad decision. Okay, so we've come all the way through here. We've been to all the houses around here, I believe. Jeremy's not floating around too much anymore. What's this?